Hello, my name is Recky, and welcome back for another reaction to butt-kicking weapons made in US. We've done quite a few, but this is actually one of this. It's just a weapon. It's not a vehicle. It's not an aircraft, and I am talking about the Sea Ram. I don't know. I don't know really what it is. So I'm just gonna, by the looks of it, it just looks like an AA anti-air. I don't know if it's. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. If you do enjoy this, smack the like and of course hit that subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And don't forget to use the comment section for anything you want me to check out. Land, air, sea, whatever. Uh, Before we watch, we thank the awesome people of Recky, channel members, and patrons. Thank you so much for the amazing support. Thank you. And we have the Supreme Tier donators. Big shout out to them. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Ultimate supporters get a personal shout out. A friend, Deja, Walt, and Tammy. Thank you so much. Boom. Thank you. Now, let's see what the Sea Ram has to offer. It'll be one of those kick-ass machines. I'm gonna keep it pretty loud. I think this is one of those weapons that's gonna make a lot of noise.
Sea Ram, an advanced automated point defense Gatling gun.
Point defense.
Indirect fire from mortars, missiles, and artillery shells is a very serious concern for armed forces in a battle. But thanks to point defense systems like the Sea Ram, indirect fire of this nature may have met its match.
There's gotta be like a radar guidance or aimed. I'm assuming.
The Sea Ram, standing for Counter Rocket Artillery and Mortar, is a land-based phalanx weapon system with the capability of integration with other protection sensors and systems.
Okay.
The system is designed and manufactured by the American company Raytheon.
We know that.
Phalanx is a rapid-fire, computer-controlled radar and 20mm gun system that automatically acquires, tracks, and destroys enemy threats that have penetrated all other ship defense systems.
Okay, so it's a last resort weapon. Taking out incoming artillery, mortars, and probably aircrafts.
The Phalanx was designed in the beginning as a ship-based anti-missile system.
Ooh.
The Centurion weapon system mission
Is it weird to get goosebumps from cool weapons?
presents a revolutionary approach to countering insurgent activities by intercepting rockets, artillery, and mortar rounds in the air before impact, thereby reducing or eliminating any damage they might cause. The Sea Ram's naval equivalent, the Phalanx Close-In Weapon System, CWIS, was first developed as an automated weapons defense system in 1973 and incorporated a 20mm M61 Vulcan Gatling gun autocannon used since 1959. The Navy Phalanx system was first appraised as a possible ground-based variant in 2004. Phalanx was selected partly because it could be readily interfaced with a multitude of sensors and systems designed to provide an overarching protection umbrella of sights on the ground.
Oh my.
In its land-based configuration, the land-based Phalanx weapon system, LPWS system, is mounted on a wheeled platform in order to provide enhanced stability on site and mobility for repositioning and deployment. The Centurion Sea Ram can, for example, be mounted.
So they have one type of the Sea Ram Navy, and they have one type of Sea Ram land-based.
Mounted on a trailer or the rear side of the Oshkosh truck. In October 2008, Raytheon and Oshkosh unveiled the Mobile Centurion, which mounts the system on a hybrid electric heavy expanded mobility tactical truck. The first battle-ready CRAM system was deployed to Iraq in 2010 in order to protect the Green Zone, an area in Baghdad used as an American embassy. Trials of this system showed that it was capable of knocking out 70 to 80% of rockets and mortar shells fired within
Wow. 75-80?
its area of control. The CRAM system has successfully intercepted hundreds of rockets and mortar shells fired at the Green Zone, thereby proving the system's capability as a defensive system.
Oh my god. Oh, there's another one over there.
Like
I want to see that again.
mortar shells fired at the Green Zone, thereby proving the system's capability as a defensive system.
This is my new favorite.
Like its naval counterpart, the CRAM utilizes advanced search and track Ku-band radar systems that feature closed-loop spotting technology to automatically acquire and track targets and engage them. Ku-band, in case you're not aware, is a portion of
Let's look at this picture for a bit, and you can see it's a very clear night. You can see all the stars. They're pretty much in the desert, and the lights, it looks so cool. And I wish I was younger, because I would probably join the U.S. Army.
Of the electromagnetic spectrum in the microwave range of frequencies between 12 and 18 gigahertz. Similar systems were installed on the space shuttle to help identify and track other spacecraft.
Cool.
The system can also be integrated with an array of other sensors and systems to help provide an overarching protective umbrella to protect a given location on the ground. The weapon's primary armament is the 20mm Vulcan Gatling gun. It consists of 6 optimized barrels augmented with forward-looking infrared sensors. The barrels are secured together at the muzzle, mid-barrel, and breech to provide enhanced accuracy and enable fire to constrain shot dispersion patterns. The M61 is a hydraulically, electrically, and pneumatically driven air-cooled, electrically fired Gatling gun rotary cannon that's been used in one form or another on various fixed-wing military aircraft, tanks, and ships for over 5 decades. It was originally produced by General Electric. The U.S. Army also uses the M61 in the M167 and M163 air defense systems as the primary gun system on the F-15, F-16, and F-18
I think that's why I recognize
fighters of the United States Air Force. The gun is also used as the tail gun on the B-52H bomber, while a lightweight variant is used on the F-22 Raptor fighter.
Cool.
But all that firepower is also half the story. If you can't track and accurately put the cannon rounds in the right place at the right time, you basically have a fancy piece of pyrotechnics. This is achieved through the combination of advanced sensors that enable the CRAM to simultaneously search, track, engage incoming targets, and prioritize targets and make kill assessments in both daytime and nighttime. CRAM's Ku-band radar system enables the weapon system to detect potential threats early in their flight and then pass on their trajectory and vector data to the system's tracking algorithms only when it judges them to be a real and present danger.
I think that's really cool that he can feel, he knows that, I'm just going to say he, she, or non-binary gender feels that this is a friendly and this is not, and that's cool.
Target tracking and engagement is further enhanced by a sophisticated thermal imaging system to help improve targeting. This system operates in the 8 to 12 micron wavelength range and is mounted on a stabilizing pedestal attached to the weapon's main antenna radome. It provides very reliable night and day passive search and tracking, while also improving the overall anti-air warfare performance of the system in multi-path environments. Other tracking systems integrated into the Centurion CRAM system include Northrop Grumman's AN/TPQ-36 short-range firefinder radar and the lightweight counter-mortar radar to detect and track fired rounds. This hardware is controlled by fire control subsystems like Northrop Grumman Mission Systems Forward Area Air Defense Command and Control System, which ties together the sensors and weapons of the Army's short-range air defense battalions.
I love that sound.
you might expect, such a sophisticated piece of kit does not come cheap.
Okay.
Each CRAM system costs somewhere in the range of $10 to $15 million, depending on the
Whoa.
final spec of the units purchased. But that's only the cost to initially acquire the technology. With such a massive rate of fire, this unit literally burns through bullets. Depending on the number of munitions spent, the typical engagement with a single missile could range between $30,000 to $60,000. Some other estimates put the figure at around $40,000 per missile. This is not only costly from a material point of view, but is also one of the main disadvantages of the system.
I understand that this is clearly a disadvantage, but he said in the beginning that 70 or 80% of all incoming shells or whatever is dealt with. You can't really put a number on that because each and every one of them that was stopped by the CRAM could actually end up in friendly casualties. I understand it's super expensive. What do
By
you think?
spending so much on ammo on a single threat, a limited ammunition supply will theoretically limit the number of threats that the unit can engage at a given time. By some estimates, this might mean that the Centurion CRAM might have a maximum anti-ram cap of about 5 incoming rounds before needing to be reloaded. The system has some other perceived weaknesses too. For example, it takes about 5 seconds to acquire, lock onto, and engage a threat. It also has a fairly short effective range of between 100 and 1,000 meters. These weaknesses aside, it's shown itself to be one of the most effective anti-missile, mortar, and artillery defense systems in the world. For this reason, it'll likely remain an important player for many armed forces around the world for many years to come.
I love that sound. Oh, I like it. Ooh, it's so cool. I'm like a kid at Christmas. 20 mil.
So I basically keep my hands down like this and just going like this. As it's going up, it feeds it in.
All right, a big thank you to US Military News for another really cool and well-made video. Definitely. I have a new favorite. It's a beast. We talked a lot about the cost versus saving lives. I know it's pretty controversial to actually measure life in money, but you can't do it. So keep the CRAM and keep kicking butt. If you did enjoy this, smack the like and of course hit that subscribe. And don't forget to use the comment section for any cool things you want me to check out. Until next time, I'm Recky. You stay safe.